tell me what kind of books do you write?
Well, if you ask the ordinary run-of-the-mill reader, if there is such a guy or such a gal, I guess that I write horror novels. I think that what I actually write are suspense novels.
Hey guys, Kingless Jester back again, and today we're going to do you got it, tier list ranking. And this tier list ranking, as you probably can already tell, is going to be a Stephen King book tier list ranking. Stephen King is, well, without a doubt, he's my favorite author. I just love his work. I haven't read all of his work, but I've read a good bit of it. And we're going to go ahead and rank, I don't know, as much as we can. I'm going to rank anything that I've read. So if I haven't read it, I won't rank it. But let's go ahead and get into it. Alright. We got a, typical tier list rank. S, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Let's go. Alright, so first we have Carrie. So Carrie is actually, surprisingly, I just recently read Carrie for the first time. I know, first novel of his, I waited a long time to read it. I really didn't want to, but I was surprised and I liked it a lot. It was really good. Let's see where would we put this at? Man, okay. So this may hurt some people. I don't know. I think Carrie was C. I truly do. It was good. I liked it. I mean, I really did. All right. Let's get down to it. We got Desperation. Now Desperation's another one. I like Desperation. I definitely had a lot of good things about it. There were some things I didn't like about it, but I almost would say that it would be on the level of Carrie, maybe even lower. I don't know. I mean, it was good. You know what? I think Desperation would be a C rank as well. All right, now Doctor Sleep. Doctor Sleep is actually, just coming out. Comes out this weekend, so I'm actually looking forward to seeing that myself. I really did like the book. Book was really good. Um, wow, where would I put Doctor Sleep? Man, I feel bad just starting off like already because I truly think I would put Doctor Sleep C. It's good. I like it. It really is. I mean, it's got good storytelling. It's weak in a certain areas. The ending maybe a lot of people don't like, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say C for that. Now 11/22/63, I really did like that. Yeah, it's good. I'll go B. Some people will probably say it deserves to be S or A, and they may be right, but I think it would be B for me. I mean, time travel is something I'm really into. The love story is a good love story, but it just, you now Dolores Claiborne, I really did like that as well. That was a very good book, and I would put Dolores Claiborne a B. I think so. Yeah, I really do. All right, let's see. Oh, let's move along, guys. All right, we're gonna go with Christine next. Christine's a fun book, and once again, I feel like we're gonna same trend. I feel like Christine for me would be a B. So we got three B's, three C's. Christine's a really good book. That book may even be in my top 10, honestly. Oh, man. All right, so we're going to do, so any trilogies or with the Dark Tower, we're going to rank those books separately. But I will go ahead and say, particular to the Dark Tower and Mr. Mercedes or the Bill Hodges trilogy, the Dark Tower for me is S tier, like combined. So all the books combined would be S tier. Now I'm gonna rank them differently, separately, but together they're S tier for me. And for End to Watch or Mr. Mercedes, um, the Hodges trilogy. It's going to be the same like that for me with the A. Like combined, they're all A tier. Like I really like that series a lot. All right, so with that said, we'll go ahead and get into it. End of watch. Man, a lot of people do not like this book. They think it's the weakest out of the three. I really like this book, man. They're just, the climax build up to the end, with the cabin and the snow and just, I mean, everything that happens with Bill and Holly and Jerome. I mean, it's great, but I truly do like this book, and I would say this book for me is a really, yeah. Finders Keeper, man, same with that. Same, it was really good. A lot of people do like this book though, and this will probably people will probably think it should be reversed, but I'm gonna say Finders Keeper is B. It's a good book. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I just think it's B list. Firestarter, I read this over the summer. Firestarter was really good. I liked it. Um, it, it it was good. I liked it. It was lacking a little bit for me though, honestly. If I have to be honest, it didn't. There were some things I really did like. I like the whole pushing aspect. Controlling people's mind and just the farm. So that's really cool. I love that aspect. But I'm gonna say we'll get our first D with Firestarter. Now, Joyland. I recently read Joyland, and man, Joyland's a good book. Joyland's very nostalgic. Like even though you're not from that era, or it just I don't know. It makes you. It feels. It gives you feels for sure. So I'm gonna say Joyland for me. Honestly, is I could say C. I think. I'll say C. Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna get to Mr. Mercedes. The first book in the Mr. Mercedes trilogy, and I definitely think that this is an A for sure. Great. I mean, I think it's a great book. Needful Things. Now, Needful Things. This is probably gonna be another one that people are like, "What? Huh? What?" But I don't know. For me, it's C. Had to drink some water. All right, let's get back into it, guys. So next we have Pet Cemetery. Now, Pet Cemetery is going to be A rank. A rank. It used to be really high for me, and just recently, as I was thinking about my top 10, it kind of dropped, but it's good. I like it. Oh man, Revival is so similar to Pet Cemetery. I recently read it, and this is probably kind of what swayed me a little bit, but Revival, I believe Revival's A as well. Revival's so good. All right, now let's get back into it with Doomakey. Now, Doomakey is a really good book. I feel like people don't talk about Doomakey. You don't really hear too much about it. I mean, I think it's a great book, and it definitely should be. I don't, more people should read it, especially if they're Stephen King fans. Insomnia. Insomnia is actually the first Stephen King book that I read. That I actually read. So, and it's good. I mean, I like it. I think I would actually put it C. Okay, so now we're back. I don't know how some people are going to feel about this, but these are just my opinions, and I just did not really like this book. I mean, and it's not a bad book. I mean, I like anything Stephen King writes is going to be good. I'm going to like it, to a certain level. But as in, like, if I have to say, out of all the books I've read, this is the my least favorite book, and it would be Bag of Bones for sure. I just do not really like that book. and I mean a lot of people do. I mean it's it's got some good things in there. I mean it just not really for me, I guess. And I'll definitely would give it another try and read it again. But I mean I'm not feeling it. Now this is probably the complete opposite of Bag of Bones for a lot of other people. Dreamcatcher to me is a really good book. I like Dreamcatcher. And for me, I would put Dreamcatcher in C. Dreamcatcher would be C tier for me. I mean, you got references to Pennywise. You get Derry again. I mean, it's really good. I mean, I think it's great. Mr. Gray, everything. I mean, Dreamcatcher is a good book. All right, so we have Salem's Lot. All right, Salem's Lot. It's a really good book as well, and I would put Salem's Lot for me. Is it going to be B or A? Holy cow! It, you know what? I'm gonna put Salem's Lot B. I think it's a good book. It'll go B. And I believe this book right here. You can't really see it. I believe it's The Dark Half. And The Dark Half is another good book. I mean, I liked it. It had a lot of interesting things go down. Kind of thriller, gothic novel esque. But yeah, I would rank it D. I don't know how people feel about that. Some people really like that novel. I mean, it's good, but I mean, it's to me. I mean, D. Song of Susanna. Now, now we're in the Dark Tower books. Dark Tower as a whole would be an S for sure. Song of Susanna, a lot of people do not like this book at all. I would put this book, honestly, for me, I like it. I think it would be B. I truly do, yeah. It's a good book. Um, Dark Tower number 7. For me, I think this would be an A. Alright, we got Drawing of the 3, Dark Tower. Huh. A lot of people love this book, but I like it. I'll say it's B. I'll say it's B. Alright, we have the Gunslinger. Gunslinger B, maybe. I need to go ahead and get all the Dark Tower books out. So yeah, we'll go Wizard and Glass for me. Wizard and Glass for me would be an S. That book is really good, and it has a love story at it. So I mean, a lot of people don't really like that aspect, it being a main plot point. But Wizard and Glass is really good, and that comes in as my first S. And we're gonna go Wolves of the Kala, and that's gonna be A. That's a really good book. Wizard and Glass, and Wolves of the Kala. They are number 1 and 2 favorite Dark Tower books for sure. They're really good books. All right, so we got the Dark Tower series out the way. None of them falls under a B, which is understandable. I mean, it's a great series. Then we will fall to The Outsider. All right, guys, The Outsider came out about 2 years ago. Holy cow, I really like this book as well. I think I'm gonna put this book at A. It's a good book. It's really good. All right, now we're to some of the classics. It, for sure, it is S, without a doubt. It's good. Then we have The Shining. All right, The Shining's going to be A. Shining's an excellent book. The Running Man. Holy cow! I actually just read this book. This is the most recent Stephen King book I read, and while it was a Richard Bachman book first, Stephen King nonetheless. This book, man, this book was really good. To be so dark and bleak, this book was really, really good. I liked it a lot. I think I would go this book B and B tier. Alright, then we have The Stand. Without a doubt, Stand's S. Stand is actually my favorite book right now, number one. In my top 10, top 20, subject to change. I mean, it was it. It and Stand kind of rotate the number one, number two spot. I mean, you could ask me one day and I might say it, and one day I might say The Stand. But right now, I'd say The Stand. Yeah, it's epic book. Oh man. If you haven't read it, read it. Now the Tommy Knockers. A lot of people do not like this book. You know, I think even Stephen King stated himself that he was on a lot of drugs when he wrote this book. And he says, I think there's a quote of someone has of him saying that there's a good book in there somewhere. You know, it's so bloated and so much stuff that it's just somewhere there's a good book. It could be edited down to be a really good book. And I kind of feel the same way. I mean, even the way it is, I like it a lot. I think it's a good book. So I think I would put the Tommy Knockers, for me, I'd put a C. It's an interesting book. I like aliens. You know, it's same like as your Dreamcatcher. Those are good books. Tommy Knockers is good. Alright, Misery. Misery for sure is a great book. I think I would put Misery in B tier. Misery is really good. Oh man, I totally forgot about this Stark Tower book. How about that? The Wastelands. And The Wastelands is actually really good. I would put The Wastelands, for me, is going to be A tier for sure. Yep, it's a good book. Can't be good about that. Alright, now we're down to Under the Dome. Under the Dome is a massive book. It's long. Under the Dome is another people are very mixed on. I mean, people don't really like the ending. It actually comes down to aliens. Surprise. But Under the Dome, to me, is a really good book, too. What can I say? I like it. Oh, man. Where do I put it? I think it would go B. I'm flirting between B and C. Because it's dropped. It used to be held higher, in my view, than it is now, but it's dropped. Alright, so let's see. That is actually it. So these are the remaining books that I have yet to read. There are actually more books from Stephen King that are just aren't up here, but haven't gotten to these yet. Eventually will. Who knows, I'll make another tier list. But guys, well actually, hey, and I've recently read The Institute when it came out. And you know what? I believe I would put The Institute A or B. I think I'd put The Institute B. It'd be flirting on A though. Man, that'd be next tier. Maybe in a few months, or next book come out, I'll do a new tier list, and Institute might be A, but I think I'd put it in B right now. But alright guys, this is my tier list for some of my Stephen King's books. I like a lot of these books. I mean, top 3 right here for the S tier. I got, Wizard and Glass, It, and The Stand. I think those are pretty great books to have up there. They can stand on their own, work really well. But hey, guys, tell me what you think. If you like the video, hey, smash that like button, subscribe, do what you gotta do, and feel free, make your own tier list. Let me see what you guys think. Alright, peace.
I'm just good at caring too much. I'm just good at caring too much. Is it too much to ask that you be all mine? I never was much